booties for black girl nerds.
Thank you. Miss Graham, we meet again.
My boo is here. Honey, look, we have the same hairdo.
I know.
Thank you, by the way, for the recommendation of the hair products, because I just used like the curl cream or whatever that you recommend. I ordered it on Amazon, whatever. It's been like, it's changed my whole relationship with my curls. So I just wanted to just.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I'm so happy to see your beautiful, talented face, and particularly in this film, because yet again, we get to see another version of Kat's range. I don't think you get enough credit for the variety of things that you do and the range that you bring. With Operation Christmas Drop, you're so sweet and you're so tender, but so career driven, and just finding that balance as you navigate through the story. How would you describe your character for Operation Christmas Drop? Because it's such a beautiful story based in reality.
The character is similar to me in a lot of ways, because I am somebody who is pretty career driven and who has kind of laser focus and who isn't necessarily like needs to have a relationship or a certain type of way that my family looks, or I don't need to necessarily be the type of traditional woman that maybe would be society might expect me to be. So I really appreciated this character. She is career driven. She has a goal. She wants her promotion. She's there to do her business. She's not looking for love. She's already given up the fact that she's the idea that she would be home for the holidays. A lot of us aren't able to travel right now because of what's happening in this health pandemic. And, you know, if you are somebody that is in the military, Air Force, Navy, or, you know, somebody who has given their time to be of service, then you also understand what sacrifices come from taking that position, and you're okay with it, but it doesn't mean you're not, you know, suffering in some way of not being with your loved ones. So I feel like we really addressed that in a year that it needed to be addressed. You know, and just to touch on what you talked about earlier, you know, you've been with me on this journey where we talked about Cutthroat City and the importance of playing characters that are underrepresented or marginalized, or, you know, have experienced tokenism or anything like that, with Cutthroat City. And to go from that kind of character where we shoot in the Ninth Ward, where this woman is really struggling but still holding it down, and in that space to then go to a woman who is in Washington and then has to go to this Air Force base on her own to really try and figure out what is going on there. It's still, in a lot of ways, there's similarities there, because you're still a Black woman who has to hold it down and has to make decisions that affect the lives of other people. And that is something that I do pay attention to, because that is, as Kamala said, really important to recognize.
Kat, I love that. It is. A Black woman has to go over there, fix it, you know, bear the brunt of the good, the bad, the feedback, witness it firsthand for someone else to come in and swoop in. And but that didn't happen here. You stood on your own 2 feet and said, hey, this is a worthwhile thing that we should be participating in. And at the same time, it shines a positive light on our military, because when we think of, a lot of people don't think the military are doing humanitarian things.
No, I didn't. I didn't necessarily have, when I think of the military, the idea of warmth, the idea of family, the idea of that kind of humanitarian aspect wasn't something that I had a relationship with. That wasn't my understanding of the military. I think of guns, I think of violence, I think of protection, but I also, there's an intimidation there. And to know that this is a mission that they have been doing that the Anderson Air Force Base has been doing for 68 years, and that they didn't do it for recognition. They've been doing it for 68 years consistently with like no press, no recognition, nobody knew, and they were cool with it. They're like, we're here to help. And that to me is so powerful and deserves to be recognized. And it changed the way I view the Air Force, the way I view the Navy. I'm like, I was with these people. Like, I was with them in airplanes, in Jeeps, you know, at base camp, talking to them, talking to their spouses, about what they experience, talking about the rules, the regulations, where they eat, how they hang out with their family, where they go. And I have this profound, immense respect for them that I didn't have before. I didn't know. So it's amazing. It's really amazing. I hope they're happy with this film. I hope they're not like, oh, why did she do that? Or why did she wear that? Or why did she say? Like, I hope they're genuinely happy with how the film turned out, because we really couldn't have done it without them.
It was lovely, as you are. Thank you so much for your
I love you so much, and I'm always so grateful for you and your brilliantness. You are a brilliant woman.
Thank you. So are you. So are you. I reflect it back to you. Thank you so much, Kat.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.